Now we will be directly visualizing what Arjuna's understanding of universal form. So based on teachings of Srila Prabhupada, Bhagavad Gita as it is, all of us, let us start with reciting the prayers. All of you can recite along with me. Namavom Vishnu Padaya.
Namavom Vishnu Padaya.
Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale.
Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale.
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta.
Srimati Bhakti Vedanta.
Swamin iti namine.
Swamin iti namine.
Namaste Saraswate Deve.
Namaste Saraswati Deve.
Gauravani Pracharine.
Gauravani Pracharine.
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi.
Nirvishesha Sunyavadi.
Paschatya Deshatarine.
Pachatya Deshatarine.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Shri Advaita Gadadara.
Shri Advaita Gadadara.
Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So we'll start with the 14th verse. All of you can recite after me. Tatasa Vismaya Vishto.
Tatasa Vismaya Visto.
Prishta Roma Dhananjaya.
Prishtaruma Dhananjaya.
Pranamya Sirasa Devam.
Pranamya Sirasa Devam.
Kritanjalir Abhasata.
Kritanjali Abhavasta.
Tatasa Vismaya Vishto.
Tatasa Vismaya Visto.
Prishta Roma Dhananjaya.
Prishtaroma Dhananjaya.
Pranamya Sirasa Devam.
Pranamya Sirasa Devam.
Kritanjalir Abhasata.
Kritanjali Abhasta.
So here Arjuna, Tatasa Vismaya Vishtaha. He became astonished. He became wondered by seeing the universal form. Hrishta Roma Dhananjaya. Then Arjuna's bodily hair stood out in ecstasy. Pranamya Sirasa Devam. He offered respectful obeisances unto Lord Krishna. Kritanjalir, by folding his hands. Abhasata, he began to say. So then bewildered and astonished, Tatasa Vismaya Visto, his hair standing on end, Hrishta Romaha, Arjuna began to pray with folded hand. Dhananjaya Kritanjalir Abhasata, offering obeisances to the Supreme Lord. Pranamya Sirasa Devam. So what happened to Arjuna after witnessing the divine vision? Once the divine vision was revealed, the relationship between Krishna and Arjuna changes immediately. Earlier, Krishna and Arjuna had a relationship based on friendship, Sakya Rasa. But here, after the revelation, Arjuna is offering obeisances with great respect, and with folded hands, he is praying to Krishna. So he is praising the universal form. Thus, Arjuna's relationship became one of wonder rather than friendship. So in relationship with the Supreme Lord, there are 5 primary relationships and 7 secondary relationships. So from primary relationship of friendship, Arjuna is exhibiting the wonder form for the secondary relationship. So Arjuna was inspired by the relationship of wonder, and in that wonder, although he was by nature very sober, calm and quiet, he became ecstatic. His hair stood up and he began to offer his obeisances unto the Supreme Lord with folded hands. He was affected by the wonders of the Supreme Lord. He saw something supreme. He became carried away by that influence of whatever he saw in that universal form. So Prabhupada in one lecture says, Giriraja, then bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on end, Arjuna began to pray with folded hands, offering obeisances to the Supreme Lord. Dr. Patel, he was frightened seeing that. Arjuna Vacha. Prabhupada, yes. Now, why he became frightened? On seeing such a huge, unbelievable things, perhaps by ordinary human being. In a one place, Krishna's, right? Indian man, yes. He realized his insignificance because of Lord Krishna. Prabhupada, yes. Then one more place. When Arjuna witnessed the universal form of Krishna, whose dazzling teeth were practically devouring the very existence of the universe, Arjuna's mouth became dried up. At that time, Arjuna forgot himself and could not understand that he was Arjuna, Krishna's friend. Although he was always dependent upon Krishna's mercy, this incident is an example of inferior dependence. Next. One more place. All the 12 different, these are the 12 different relationships what one can have with the Lord. Raudra, Adbhuta, Shrungara, Hasya, Veera, Daya, Dasya, Sakya, Bhayanaka, Bibhatsa, Shanta, Vatsalya. Based on Bhagavatam, these are the 12 relationships what one can have with the Lord. Raudra means anger, Adbhuta means wonder, Shrungara means conjugal love, Hasya means comedy, Veera means chivalry, Daya means mercy, Dasya means servitorship, Sakya means fraternity, Bhayanaka horror, Bibhatsa shock, Shanta neutrality, Vatsalya paternalhood.
Once there were 3 sages, and these sages were discussing what is the best age to be delivered from material existence. I propose that Satyug is the best age because it is the golden age, the age of enlightenment. Just by a few 100,000 years of meditation, one can go back to Vaikuntha. That is my proposition. No, Treta Yuga is the age. We can do Agnihotra, and just by offering grains and ghee into the fire, distributing gold to the Brahmins, by this simple process, we can get moksha and leave this world. Excuse me, but Dwapar Yuga is without a doubt the best age because Krishna Bhagwan himself is coming. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. He comes in his original form, and those who take birth in that yuga can get the opportunity of the Lord's personal association. So back and forth they were arguing. Satyug, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Satyug, Treta, Dwapar. But there are 4 ages, Satyug, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga. However, these sages would not even say the name of Kali because it's so inauspicious. What to speak of discussing its ill effects? They wouldn't even mention the name. So after many years of discussion, they came to no conclusion. Well, let us go to Srila Vyasadeva, the greatest of all sages. He lives in the Himalayas, so let's go there and get his opinion. So they went to Badrikashram. When they arrived there, Vyasadeva was taking bath in a tank. O great sage of Satyug, Treta Yuga and Dwapar Yuga, what is the best age for making spiritual advancement? They pleaded and pleaded. Then he came out and spoke. Satyam Satyam Param Satyam Kalair Dosha Nidhirajan Asti Eko Mahaguna Kirtan Eva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Vrajet. And then splash back under the water he went. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I blocked my ears as soon as I heard the name of Kali. Ask him again. Oh great Srila Vyasadeva, could you please repeat yourself? So he came out again. Satyam Satyam Param Satyam Kalair Dosha Nidhi Rajan. And then he explained the verse. The highest truth, the truth of all truths, is that although this Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom.
You are able to see the screen?
Yes, bro.
Okay. Next verse. All of you can recite. Arjuna Vacha
Arjuna Vacha
Pashyami Devam Stava Deva Dehe
Rahasyam Devam Tattva Devadehe
Sarvam Sata Bhuta Vishesha Sangan
Sarvam Sata Bhuta Vishesha Sangha
Brahmanam Isham Kamalasanastam
Brahmanam Isam Kamasan Astam
Rishim Cha Sarvan Uragamsha Divyan.
Visimcha Sarvan Urgamscha Divyan.
Once again, Arjuna Vacha
Arjuna Vacha
Pashyami Devam Stava Deva Dehe
Rahasyam Devastava Devadehe
Sarvam Sata Bhuta Vishesha Sangan
Sarvam Stata Bhuta Vishesha Sangana
Brahmanam Isham Kamalasanastam
Brahmanam Isam Kamasanam Isam
Rishim Cha Sarvan Uragamsha Divyan.
Risimcha Sarvan Urgamscha Divyam.
So Arjuna is saying, Pashyami Devam Stava Deva Dehe. Oh my dear Lord, in your body I see various personalities assembled. Sarvam Sata Bhuta Vishesha Sangan. All the demigods and all living entities. Bhutaha Devamsta. All everybody assembled within your body. Brahmanam Isham Kamalasanastam. I see Lord Brahma, Isha, Lord Shiva, Kamalasanastam. Lord Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, and Lord Shiva, Rishibsha Sarvan Urugamsha Divyan. He is able to see many sages and diva serpents. So he said, my dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled together in your body all demigods and various other living entities. So specifically to say, Pashyami Devam Stava Deva Dehe Sarvam Sata Bhuta Vishesha Sangan. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, Brahma Kamalasanastam, Ishams as well as Lord Shiva, and many sages and divine serpents. Rishimsha Sarvan Uragan Cha Divyan. So all these categories I am able to visualize within your body. So what did Arjuna see in conclusion? Arjuna could see from the Garbhodaksha Vishnu up to the topmost part of the universe on the lotus flower, where Lord Brahma, the first creature of the universe, resides. That means from the beginning to end, everything could be seen by Arjuna sitting at one place on his chariot. And all this was possible by the grace of Krishna. So Prabhupada, in a morning walk, while discussing with the devotees, he says, Prabhupada, Devam Stava Deva Dehe means the demigods, they are part and parcel of your Virat Rupa. They are not independent. Just like this finger is part of my whole body, similarly, all these devas, Yepi Anya Devata Bhakta Ijante. If you give something to my finger, that is to be given to my body, but that is avidya purvakam. The things should be given to the mouth, not in the hand. But their logic is, because everything is the same, why not here? That is Mayavada. Yes. So in one quote it says, the causeless mercy of Vishnu is unparalleled, and such mercy is perceived by the devotees only by the grace of the Lord. So as said here, Arjuna was able to visualize everything only by the grace of the Lord. So to achieve that mercy, we have to receive the mercy of Krishna. Okay, next verse. Aneka Bahudara Vaktra Netram
Aneka Bahudara Vaktra Netram
Ashyami Tvam Sarvato Ananta Rupam
Asyamitvam Sarvato Ananta Rupam
Nantam Namadyam Na Punastavadim
Nanantanam Madhyam Na Punusa Tattvam
Pashyami Vishveshwara Vishwarupa.
Pasyami
Once again, all of you can try to repeat, because these are directly words of the Lord. Aneka bahudara vaktra netram. Ashyami tvam sarvato ananta rupam. Na antam na madhyam na punastavadim. Pashyami Vishweshwara Vishwarupa. So, Aneka Bahu Udara Vaktra Netram. What and all he is saying? Unlimited arms, bellies, faces, eyes, mouths. Pashyamitam Sarvato Anantarupam. And I am able to see various forms, Anantarupam, unlimited forms. Sarvataha, everywhere I am able to see various forms with hands, legs, bodies, bellies, face, mouths, eyes. Na antam, na madhyam, na punastavadim. There is no adi, madhya, anta. There is no end, there is no beginning, nor there is no middle to this. Pashyami Vishweshwara Vishwarupa. Oh my dear Lord of the universe, I am able to say within I am able to see within your universal form. They could not see the starting, middle, or the end. So he says, O Lord of the universe, I see in your universal body many, many forms, bellies, mouths, eyes expanded without limit. There is no end, there is no beginning, and there is no middle to all of this. So Krishna is unlimited. Thus, through him, everything could be seen. Because how Arjuna was able to see everything? Because Krishna is unlimited, Arjuna is able to visualize everything here. Like in one purport, Prabhupada says, Arjuna, the recognized devotee of the Lord, says, Aneka Bahudara Vaktra Netram. Bhagavad Gita was specifically spoken to Arjuna, and the Vishwarupa was exhibited before him at his request. He was awarded the specific eyes to see the Vishwarupa, yet, although he was able to see the Lord's innumerable hands and mouths, he was unable to see him completely. Since Arjuna was unable to estimate the length and breadth of the potency of the Lord, who else would be able to do so? One may only indulge in miscalculation like the flawed philosopher. Like since Arjuna is not able to estimate about the unlimited personality of the Lord, what can we estimate about Lord's potency? Like in one more place. A crude example can be given. Just like a man may be director of this company and trust of that company and so many when he is working. But his wife is feeling that he is her husband. That's all. She does not see anything, although he is working in Aneka Rupam. So this is a crude example. He has his eyes to see. Here is my beloved husband. That's all. Just like Yashoda Mai. Yashoda Mai saw that all the universes within the mouth. She asked, ordered Krishna, I want to see whether you have eaten that. Open your mouth. Krishna opened the mouth, and not only that, but all the universes. She saw, but she did not believe that Krishna can have all these universes. She said, all right, don't do it again. She did not take care of the universes. Although Krishna is showing her all the universes within the mouth, she was concerned with Krishna. That's all. So devotees are not too particular. They are very satisfied with Krishna's pastimes. So there are certainly frequently asked questions about the personality of Godhead. So many people have a doubt, is the God a person? If so, what are his qualifications? So does he have a name? So Shastras explain. So in this verse it is said, since God is unlimited, his names also must be unlimited. Therefore, we cannot settle on one particular name. For instance, when Krishna is sometimes called Yashodanandan, son of Mother Yashoda, or Devaki Nandana, son of Mother Devaki, or Vasudeva Nandana, or son of Vasudeva, sometimes like Nanda Nandana. Yes.
Prabhu, we are not able to see your presentation, Prabhu. Only we are seeing the conversation.
Oh, video is not being displayed.
I can see Nanda Nandan, the son of Nanda.
That slide is there visible?
Yes, I can see.
Yeah, it is visible.
That made it visible, sir. But some people can't able to visible, Prabhu.
Okay. Because I think there is some.
My side, okay.
No, there is some internet problem here also. I am running on my, what do you say, the Geo thing. So the bandwidth might be very, very small in that way. So I'll go slowly. So for instance, Krishna is sometimes called as Yashodanandan. So God has many dealings with many devotees, and according to those dealings, he is called by certain names. So, and the word Krishna means all attractive. We have seen many pictures of Krishna. We see he attracts the cows, calves, birds, beasts, trees, plants, and even the water in Vrindavan. He is attracted to the cowherd boys, to the gopis, to Nanda Maharaj, to Pandavas, and to all human society. Therefore, the definition of God as given by Parashar Muni in Vedic literatures from Vishnu Purana, it is said, Aishwaryasya samagrasya Viryasya yashashashriya jnana vairagyashchaiva sannambaga itingana. So, Supreme Lord is a personality who is complete with all 6 opulences. So, that is Aishwaryasya, full of opulence, Viryasya, full of strength, Yashashaha, fame, Shriyaha, beauty, Dhyana, knowledge, Vairagyaha, renunciation. If a person is able to exhibit all the 6 opulences in full, he is considered as Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality. So there are riches, there are many rich men in the world who attract the attention of public, but no one can claim that he possesses all the wealth of the world. But Bhagavan Lord Krishna is the proprietor of all the riches. When Krishna lived in Dwarka, he married 16,108 wives, and each wife lived in a separate palace. Krishna expanded himself into 16,108 forms and was personally present with each wife in every palace at the same time. And the palaces were built of first-class marble, pillars were made of coral, and the jewelry and everything, there was no lighting required. Naturally, the palaces used to light up by themselves. So if you read Bhagavatam, there is a description of one chapter what Krishna's opulences were in Dwarka. Like God is omnipotent. He can maintain not only 16,000 wives, but 16 million and still encounter no difficulty. So because Lord is unlimited, he can expand like unlimited capacity. Then strength. Many people might say they are strong enough, but Bhagavan Lord Krishna has unlimited strength. His strength was present from the moment of his birth. When Krishna was 3 months old, he killed the Putada demon. When he is 7 years old, he lifted the Govardhana hill for 7 days on his little finger of his left hand. So Lord is Lord from the beginning. Krishna does not become God by some meditation or mystic power. Then fame. The Supreme Lord is all famous. Many people are famous only for certain aspect, but Lord has been famous from time immemorial. So people may say, you are all devotees of Krishna, you know him and you glorify him. But apart from us, many millions in the world are aware of the fame of Bhagavad Gita. In all countries all over the world, Bhagavad Gita is read by philosophers, psychologists, and religionists. The fame of Bhagavad Gita is Krishna's fame. Then people may say they are more beautiful, but Krishna is the most beautiful person with unlimited capacity. This planet is an insignificant planet, yet within planet, one country, America, has so many attractive features. We can just imagine how many attractive features must be possessed by God, who is creator of this entire cosmic manifestation. How beautiful he must be, he who has created all this beauty. Then knowledge. Many people can claim that they are very knowledgeable, but Lord Krishna has all the knowledge. A scientist or philosopher may be attractive because of his knowledge, but Bhagavad Gita, the universally renowned jewel of India's spiritual wisdom. But what knowledge is more sublime than that given by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita? Like various scientists, they claim, when I read Bhagavad Gita and reflect about how God created this universe, everything else seems so superfluous. Albert Einstein. Then about renunciation, there are many people who renounce the world for the higher cause. But Lord Krishna possesses full renunciation. So many things are working under Krishna's direction, but actually Krishna is not present here. A big factory may continue to work, although the owner may not be personally present there. So similarly, Krishna's potencies are working under the direction of his assistants, the demigods. Like Prabhupada says one place, Krishna is attached to his devotees, but sometimes he becomes renounced even from the devotees. Suddenly, like all the Vrajavasis, Krishna left and went away. So attachment and detachment is also of the highest category in Lord Krishna. Thus, Krishna himself is aloof from the material world. So similarly, next verse, all of you can recite. Kiritinam gadinam chakrinam cha.
Kiritinam gadinam
chakrinam cha.
Tejo rasim sarvato deeptimantam.
Rasim sarvato deeptimantam.
Pashyami tvam durniriksham samantat. Deepta nalarka dyutima prameyam. Kiritinam gadinam chakrinam cha.
Kiritinam gadinam chakrinam cha.
Tejo rasim sarvato deeptimantam.
Tejo rasim sarvato deeptimantam.
Pashyami tvam durniriksham samantat.
Durniksham samantat.
Deepta nalarka dyutima prameyam. So the Lord's form is adorned with various crowns: Kiritinam, Gadinam, Chakrinam cha. There were many discs and many clubs there. Tejo Rashim Sarvato Deeptimantam. And it is very difficult to see because of this Tejo Rashim, glaring effulgence of the Lord. Pashyamitvam Dunyariksham Samanta. So Pashyamitvam, to see Dunyariksham, it is very difficult to perceive because of the glaring effulgence. Deepta Nalarka Dyutim Aprameyam, which is immeasurable like Alarka, like the sun, which is very fiery. Then next verse. Tvamaksharam paramam veditavyam.
paramam veditavyam.
Tvamasya vishvasya param nidanam.
param nidanam.
Tvamavyaya shashvata dharma gopta.
Shashvata dharma gopta.
Sanatanastvam purusho mato me.
Sanatanastvam purusho matame.
Tvamaksharam paramam veditavyam.
Tvamaksharam paramam veditavyam.
Tvamasya vishvasya param nidanam.
Tvamasya vishvasya param nidanam.
Tvamavyaya shashvata dharma gopta.
Tvam avaya sasveta dharma gopta.
Sanatanastvam purusho mato me.
Sanatanastvam purusho matame.
So some of the characteristics of the Lord are explained here. Tvam Aksharam, the Lord is inexhaustible. Paramam Veditavyam, he is supreme to be understood in that way. Tvamasya Vishvasya Param Nidanam, he is a supreme basis, supreme shelter for this entire universe. Tvam Avyayaha, he is also inexhaustible again. Shashvata Dharma Goptaha, he is the maintainer of the eternal religion. Sanatanastvam Purusho Matome, the Lord is eternal in my opinion. So it is said, you are the supreme primeval object. You are the best in all the universes. Paramam Veditavyam, you are to be inexhaustible and you are the oldest. You are the maintainer of religion and the eternal personality of Godhead. So Krishna is to be understood the same thing, the supreme personality. He is being repeatedly stressed in so many ways, and still by reading Bhagavad Gita, people are not able to accept the supremacy of Krishna. And in one more place, Dr. Patel, he is now frightened after seeing these things. Yes, must be frightened. Suppose all of a sudden, if you see a very big person, you will not be frightened because you are not accustomed to see that. So this Sanatana Purushaha is explained from Svetasvatara Upanishad. Sa karanam karanadi padiko na chasya kaschit janita na chadipaha. He is the cause, master of the senses, and he has no Lord or Creator. The next verse, all of you can recite. Anadi madhyantam ananta viryam.
Anadimadhyam
Ananta bahum sashishurya netram.
Anantapahum Shashishuryanetram
Pashyami tvam deepta hutasa vaktram.
Ashamitam
Swadejasa vishwamidam tapantam. Once again, anadi madhyantam ananta viryam.
Anadi madhyam ta ananta viryam.
Ananta bahum shashishurya netram.
Ananta bahum sesisurya netram.
Pashyami tvam deepta hutasa vaktram.
Pashyami tvam deepta
Swatejasa vishwamidam tapantam.
Patejasa visvam idam tapantam.
So Lord is Anadi, means there is no beginning, Madhya, Antam, neither middle nor end. Ananta Viryam, he is having unlimited appearances. Ananta Bahum, unlimited arms. Shashishurya Netram, his two eyes are sun and moon. Pashwami Tvam Deepta Hutasa Vaktram. So he is able to see, he is a blazing fire coming out of his mouth. Swatejasa, by his own radiance. Vishwam idam tapantam, he is heating up the entire universe. So without beginning, middle or end. Anadi madhyantam, and you are numberless arms. Ananta bahum, and the sun and moon are among your great unlimited eyes. Shashishurya netram, by your own radiance, you are heating up the entire universe. Swatejasa vishwam idam tapantam. So Arjuna is repeating the glories of the Lord because he was in a state of bewilderment or ecstasy. The statements are repeated over and over. This is a flaw. Like sometimes when we are in ecstasy or anxiety, we don't know what we are speaking. So we may speak everything repeatedly many times. So here in many other places there is repetition, but according to the scriptures, repetition is not a literary weakness. Like in one lecture, morning walk, Prabhupada says. Now one question may be raised. After reading all the details of Bhagavad Gita, if somebody said there was no Krishna, Dr. Patel, he is a fool. Prabhupada. And these fools and rascals are going on as big men. You see what kind of Bhagavad Gita he has read. He says that there was no Krishna, there was no battlefield of Kurukshetra. And that is our challenge. Why do you say like that? Krishna says, Prabhashmi Seshishurayo. Now that being exhibited by Krishna, not only Krishna said, but he exhibited. Prabhupada. Seshishurya Netram, the moon and the sun are the two eyes of the God. In Brahma Samhita also it is confirmed. Echakshure Sata Sakala Grahana. So in the Upanishads it is said, when God sees, then you can see. So when there is sunrise, that means God sees, you can see. In the darkness, you cannot see. And still we are very proud of our eyes. Without God seeing, we cannot see. And still these rascals are proud of their eyes. Can you show me? How can you see? First of all, you have to see through the Supreme. And another significance is that you cannot hide yourself from the seeing of the Supreme. You cannot make anything hiding because even in the womb there is sunshine, sunlight. So he is seeing everywhere. Apart from being Paramatma, from materially also his eyes are always there. So you cannot do anything hiding. That is not possible. Then all of you can recite this verse. Dva aprithivyor idamantaram hi.
Dva aprithivyor idam antaram ahe.
Vyaptam tvayekena dishasya sarvaha.
Vyaptam tvayekena dishasya sarvaha.
Drishtva rupam ugram tavedam.
Drishtva rupam ugram tavedam.
Lokatrayam pravyatitam mahantam.
Lokatrayam pravyatitam mahatmam.
Vav aprithivyor idamantaram hi.
Dva aprithivyor idam antaram ahe.
Vyaptam tavaikena dishasya sarvaha.
Vyaptam tavaikena dishasya sarvaha.
Drishtva rupam ugram tavedam.
Swarbhutam Sarupam Uttam Vedam
Lokatrayam pravyatitam mahatman.
Lokatrayam Pragyati Mahatman.
So Davav apritavyor idamantaram hi, within the sky and within this earth. Vyaptam tvayekena dishasya sarvaha. The Lord has expanded everywhere in all directions. Društva adbhutam rupam ugram tavedam. I am able to see this rupam, which is very terrible and fearful. Lokatrayam pravyatitan mahatman. All the three worlds are becoming perturbed, oh my dear Lord. He's saying, although you are one, you are spread throughout the sky and the planets and all the space in between. Dvav apritivyor idam antaram hi vyaptam tvaya ekena. Tvaya ekena, you are alone. Dishasya sarvaha, you are spread in all directions. O Mahatman, O great one. Društva adbhutam rupam. As I behold this terrible form, ugram tavaidam rupam, I see all the planetary systems are perplexed. Lokatrayam pravyatitam. So was it only Arjuna or anyone else had this vision? It appears that not only Arjuna saw this universal form, but there are others who also saw. So this vision is not a dream. All those who are spiritual awake with the divine vision were able to perceive it. Like for example, in Bhagavad Gita itself, we see Vyasadeva was able to see. By mercy of Vyasadeva, Sanjaya was able to see. Arjuna was able to see. And all the great personalities in the higher planets, they are all able to see this universal form. Some say that Hanuman was able to witness this form. And some great devotees from the higher planets, they are also able to witness this form. Like Prabhupada says in one morning walk. For a devotee, there is a terrible form that is not very pleasing. Therefore, do not worship that Virat form. They worship Krishna's original Vibhuja Muralidhara Syama Sundara form. Venum Panantam Aravinda Dalayataksham Barhavatam. This peacock feather. So all this is described in the Vedic literature. But these rascals say this is imagination. They have imagined a form of God Krishna with peacock feather with Murali. The fact is that in Vedic literatures, they are all described. So Krishna has got this universal form, but devotees are not interested with this universal form because they know they know that Krishna has this universal form. Okay, the last verse, all of you can recite. Amihi tvam sura sangha vishanti.
Amihi tvam sura sangha vishanti.
Kechid bhita pranjalayo grananti. Swastiti ukva maharshi siddha sanghaha.
Swastiti ukva maharshi siddha sanghaha.
Stuvanti tvam stutivi pushkalabihi. Once again, Amihi tvam sura sangha vishanti. Kechid bhita pranjalayo grananti. Swastiti ukva maharshi siddha sanghaha. Stuvanti tvam stutivi pushkalabihi. So here Arjuna is saying all the demigods are surrendering and entering into you. They are very much afraid and with folded hands they are singing the Vedic prayers. Kechit bhitaha pranjalayo grananti. They are bhitaha, they are very afraid. Pranjalayo grananti, with folded hands they are singing. Maharshi, Siddha, Sanghaha, all the great demigods, all the rishis, all the liberated personalities. Suvanti Swam, Sutibi Pushkalabihi. They are praying with prayers, with Vedic hymns. They are offering respects to the Lord. So why the demigods became afraid? The demigods in the all planetary systems feared the terrific manifestation of the universal form and its glowing effulgence, and so they prayed for the protection. So the universal form, what Krishna had shown, there are two aspects to that. One is Vishwarupa, the second one is Kala Rupa. The Kala as time factor, where Krishna would absorb everybody in. So as now from the next verse onwards, it will be the description of Kala Rupa, the Lord as time, who is going to devastate everything. That's why they're all praying to the Lord for protection. Like in Morning Walk, Prabhupada says, when the demigods, they have to offer prayers to the Lord, how they can be worshipped on an equal level of God? This is forbidden. Yastu Narayanam Devam Brahma Rudradi Daivatai. Samatveneva Viksheta Sapashandi Bhavedruvam. If you treat Narayana on an equal position with demigods like Brahma and Rudra, immediately a person becomes Pashandi. And now people are comparing him with Daridra Narayana. So you do not know, you must know it. Narayana cannot be compared with Brahma, Rudra, and these rascals are comparing them with Daridra. Just see how much rascal they are.
That Narad Muni, he used to visit Narayan every day. So when he was passing on the road, so one very learned Brahmin and taking thrice bath and everything very nicely, he asked Narad Muni, oh, you are going to Lord, will you inquire when I shall get my salvation? All right, I shall ask. And then another cobbler, he was under the tree and seeing the shoes, old shoes. He also saw Narad Muni. He also inquired, will you kindly inquire from God when my salvation? Then when he inquired, Krishna, Narayan, Narad Muni goes generally to Narayan in another planet. So yes, two, one Brahmin and one cobbler, they inquired like this. So may I know what is their destination? The Narayan said, well, yes, the cobbler, this apple giving up this body is coming here and boycott. And what about the Brahmin? Oh, he has to remain there still. So many births. I do not know when he's coming. So Narad Muni was astonished that I saw that is very nice Brahmin, and he's a cobbler, how is that? So he inquired, then I cannot understand the mystery, why you say that cobbler is coming this after this body, and why not this Brahmin? Oh, that you will understand. If they inquire that what Krishna or Narayan was doing in his abode, so just explain that he was taking one elephant from the holes of a, what is called, needle, yes. Through the hole of a needle, he is pulling an elephant this side and this side. All right. So when he again approached the Brahmin said, oh, you have seen a lot, yes. So what was you doing? He was doing this to the point of a needle. He was pushing an elephant this way and that. Oh, therefore, I have no faith in your I have got a respect for your God. We don't believe all this nonsense. Then Narad could understand. So this man has no faith. He simply reads book. That's all. And when he went to the cobbler, he also, oh, you have seen what Narayan was doing. I said that you are doing like this. Oh, he began to cry. Oh, my Lord is wonderful. Oh, he can do anything. So Narada, right? So you believe that Lord can push one elephant to the holes of a needle? Oh, why not? I must believe. Then what is your reason? Oh, my reason. I am sitting under this banyan tree, and so many fruits are falling daily, and each fruit there are thousands of seeds, and each seed there is a tree. If it's a small seed, there can be a big tree like that. Is it very impossible to accept that Krishna is putting one elephant to the holes of a needle? He has kept such a nice tree in the sea. So this is called belief. The unbeliever and believer mean the believers, they are not blind believers, they are reason. If by Krishna's process, by God's process and nature's process, such a big tree can be put within the small sea. Is it very impossible for Krishna to keep all these planets floating in his energy? So we have to believe. We have no other explanation. But we have to understand in this way. Our reasoning, our argument, our logic should go in this way. So those who are devotees, just like the cobbler, he may be a cobbler. They believe everything. And those who are not devotees, they will say, oh, these are all bluffs. These are all bluffs. But they are not bluffs. It is simply meant for the devotees. They can understand. The non-devotees, they cannot understand.
So this is a thing what we could understand from this part of Bhagavad Gita. So we'll further read again in the next session. The universal form or the Kala Rupa, the Krishna as personification of time, how he is going to devastate or destroy the entire universe. We'll see in the next lecture. Any questions or doubts, please?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
In the beginning, before showing universal form to Arjuna, Krishna is saying, I have not shown this form before, and nobody will see in future, or you are the first person who will be seeing this form.
Yes.
But we see that in Krishna, in childhood itself, he will show the form to his mother in mouth. And also we know that in I think Chaitanya Charitamrita also, probably Lord will show, I don't remember the name of the devotee, he will show the universal form. So this is contradictory, right, Prabhuji?
No, what was shown to Mother Yashoda or what was shown in the Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana and all these things, they were all only partial aspects. The complete aspect was only shown to Arjuna because it is unlimited capacity. So like Mother Yashoda, she was not shown this Kala Rupa, what will happen in the future. She was not shown, Dhritarashtra and party was not shown how Lord is going to devastate the entire universe, how everything is entering into his mouth. There are certain elements which are not shown to others. The universal aspect was only shown, and that too partial form of the universal was only shown. This is the complete universal form, what was shown to Arjuna. That is as explained by Prabhupada. The purports there, you can read there.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay, then thank you very much. Hare Krishna. We'll all meet next week.
Thanks a lot, Prabhuji.
Thank you a lot, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.